Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. The moment you have been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
Good morning, Ultimate Autographs universe. Welcome in this morning for why is that up there? Oh, welcome in everybody to UA in the AM. Little ripping and sipping, little waking and breaking here in the Ultimate Autographs live room. Here we go. Oh, it is Wednesday, April 9th, 2025. I'm your host, Rip Camelucci. A little chilly in here, but I'm actually going to take this off because I anticipate things to be heating up this morning. Thank y'all very much for tuning in here at 9 o'clock in the morning, Central Standard Time, of course. Wherever else you may be in the country and the world, thank you very much for joining us. All right. My producer's on the way, en route, just taking care of some business in the warehouse. Let me also try and figure out where I can take this thing off of. There it is. Get that out of here. Live break, customer break frame, get that out of here as well. Oh, this is just the randomized screen. There we go. Okay. Man, that all makes sense now. What can I say? Hey, good morning. Welcome in. Let's go ahead and take care of some housekeeping. Let's figure out what our dice roll is going to be, as well as what our Chase wheel spin is going to be. A lot of great stuff to be chasing for sure. How come this isn't? No. Good morning, Mike.
Oh, goodness. Good morning.
There we go.
2 days in a row. All right.
All right, we're going to roll our dice, figure out what that's going to be. And everyone, welcome in. Good morning. Craig Crenshaw. Is Mike also the invisible man? That's 3. We're looking for 6 or higher. 6 or higher. Boom. 7. But I look a lot older. Yeah, man. Mike is... he's a real mysterious guy. What can we say? Here he is.
I try not to be.
He's been here the whole time. I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean?
Good morning, Mike. How's your day getting started, huh?
Just like yesterday, but we're gonna correct that. But I'm excited to be here, guys.
As am I. As am I. Let me just double check our wheel spin here. Make sure that we have everything that we are playing with today. We don't have slabs on the board, so we're going to take that off. And I think many Diamonds Vault jerseys, practice squad, and college. That is what we have on offer at the moment. So let's figure out what our Chase wheel spin is going to be.
I heard we have a paired vault.
We do.
I'm not vault. Is it the
A
diamonds?
paired diamonds.
Paired
excuse me,
diamonds.
yes.
Oh, we got jerseys for the Chase though.
Yay, jerseys. Delightful. So, the chase is on. Notice some early morning movement up into Briggs. So excited for that. Excited to get cracking, get ripping, get breaking, as it were, here on this illustrious Wednesday. Let's get over to our T to B's, our top to bottom rundown. Also, we have a rep personal.
Yes, I saw that.
We can break as well when we're ready for that.
Speaking of that Chase wheel spin, we have 5 to go in that first jersey break.
Great.
So you guys can jump in there and get a gift card as well, possibly.
Already off to a great start. And Rich Schaub, if you're in here this morning, we're looking to rip open your break personal. Awesome. Let's head over to the live break page. Gonna drop this in here just to make it. I mean, I'm sure you got it on your bookmarks. I'm sure it's your homepage even, but nevertheless, top to bottoms. Here we go. In the vault, we still have this. Let's see. Let's go. This kind of went backwards here when they wrote this up there, huh? Let's see what we got by way of some Spitflexes. This is that. Oh my goodness! Look at this. Donovan McNabb Eagles Speed Flex Custom with that like camo. Last time I was this early, says David Stephen Ryan wasn't grumpy. Let's get that diamond fill. It says Jason Odinson. I'm assuming you mean Stephen Ryan wasn't. You did capitalize the G there in grumpy, so I'm assuming you mean specifically from
Snow White.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, one of the aforementioned seven dwarves. Look at this Donovan McNabb speed flex. That's insane, right? That's a McNabb flex right there, right? Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah.
With that custom job, that looks amazing. And you got the visor on there, all that good stuff. That's excellent for that Eagles legend. Buy it out, Jason. Craigery letting them know. This is the Larry Fitzgerald, someone we don't get in the room too often. Larry Fitzgerald on the Arizona Cardinals Chrome Speed Flex. Beautiful signature there. Got the gold face mask, gold visor, chromed out Cardinals. That is gorgeous. Not to be outdone. Grumpy is Steven's nickname per David. Steven does not like it.
I think he went with sassy.
Sassy.
He went sassy.
Oh,
Although
the
I
long
could see,
forgotten eighth dwarf.
I could see grumpy, but I think Steven fits the sassy description.
Look at this. Well, someone who also you could identify as sassy. Look at this Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, Rip Speed Flex. You got the Falcons on there, the red, the white. This is absolutely beautiful. It's the old school Falcons, the new school Falcons. Up on the stripe, you got 8-time Pro Bowl. You got all the bona fides there. You got Hall of Fame, 8-time Pro Bowler, prime time. Absolutely gorgeous for Coach Prime there on the absolutely sick custom Rip Speed Flex. Falcons on the bumper. Beautiful visor. Great job there on that. And so we still have most of our ding dang speed flexes here because we also have this Josh Allen speed flex. So if you need a Josh Allen for your collection, much less a Speed Flex, then get that one. It's there. Deion's the one. Is that a Nubs rip? Do not know. As I still need to familiarize myself with a lot of the artists that we use, but that is nevertheless an absolutely sick rip Speed Flex, and not to be outdone with just incredible pieces of work here. Look at that 85 Bears lid. That's just, it's the monsters of the Midway right there. The legendary, iconic team, those 85 almost undefeated Bears, but nevertheless won that Super Bowl, all that good stuff.
I will say I'm surprised to see another one of those in the break room because I know there probably aren't too many of those.
Can't imagine there are.
And we just saw Jeff August win one in one of the last series. So, guys, I wouldn't wait for this one to go. I would jump on that one. Even though it's not a Speed Flex, it's an authentic. That's still just as nice. And look at how many signatures are on that.
Also gorgeous is this George Kittle on that gold-domed San Francisco 49er lid right there. Simply beautiful. Is that their rave? I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen their rave yet. I haven't seen a 49ers rave.
I don't believe so. I can't remember.
Yeah, I figured that'd probably be like a red or something.
It might be.
Oh, I'm sure the chat will chime in.
But no, usually the raves are... Could be.
Yeah, who knows? After that, who else do we have? Why is this out of order? We have this Emmitt Smith. Where's the... Oh, Emmitt Smith on the camo Cowboys. Emmitt Smith, man, that's a dude that has fun while he's signing all this stuff. He's a great dude.
Oh, he did say... Yeah, that's a rave. That is a rave.
It is a rave. Great.
Right.
See? I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about. No one ever doubt me. There's Tyreek Hill on the full-size authentic. Oh, no, not a full-size. It's a full-size rep, not authentic, but it's a full-size rep. Tyreek Hill, fastest dude on earth? Who knows? Adrian Peterson. No, don't go to buy a mystery box. Adrian Peterson on this alternate satin purple Minnesota Vikings authentic. And then, of course, in our secondary headliners, we have Randall Cunningham, Zay Flowers, and Deshaun Jackson all still available. Not to mention, with it being the Vault, 12 headliners, 25 boxes available, so that's almost a 50% ratio, and 4 of our Vault keys are available. The 200 and 2 100s right there. That is all in the rave. Go, go, go. Attack, attack, attack. Not in the rave, obviously. Oh boy, oh boy. This is the risk you take with putting an early morning show here. Is you know, you get sleepy talks.
They follow you.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
They're going to follow you to the break page and get their spots.
That's also the Vault. Here we go. Diamonds, you were talking about this being paired earlier. So a lot of great stuff in the diamonds. 1 left in the old and 25 left in the new. No duds in the diamonds. Let's take a trip down here, see what we got. We got this Travis Kelce Speed Flex, black visor, beautiful Chiefs helmet right there. Kelce on the Speed Flex. Don't see him come through the break room too often. Randy Moss, where are you? Ooh, on the Lunar Patriots full-size authentic. That is absolutely gorgeous. You got the Salute to Service 3.0 Barry Sanders on this excellent Lions speed or full-size authentic. Emmitt Smith. Where's this Emmitt Smith? There we go on the on that beautiful Cowboys lid, the throwback, the white alternate. Adrian Peterson on the Speed Flex. Gorgeous. I'm sure we get, where's this video? There we go. Let me see this chrome. Let's see. We got this two-tone chrome, even on the face mask. Adrian Peterson. Look at that gorgeous signature across all that side of the helmet. You got the Vikings bumper, the purple visor, all sorts of goodies on that. We also still have this Bo Nix. Speaking of chrome two-tone, this beautiful Broncos Cyber Horse. Can you confirm? Still in the Qualt vibe. Got in last night. Don't know if it broke. Craig confirming it did not break. TJ, it did not break. You and Craig are apparently the only ones in it. So get on in that Vault Quad and give TJ and Craig a little company. I'm sure they're lonely being the only
Yes,
ones in that
sir.
Vault Quad. But this, in the diamonds, this Bo Nix Chrome Speed Flex, the same deal, the gradient two-tone, even on the face mask, the blue visor, Broncos bumper, gorgeous. And what else we got here in the diamonds? We got a Jordan Love, right? No, that's in the diamond? Yeah, where's the Jordan? There it is, right up at the top. On the classic Packers Authentic. And then unlisted on there, unphotoed, not unlisted, unphotoed still, Warren Moon and Antonio Gates. Don't be a gatekeeper. Somebody get that Antonio Gates. Also, we have, okay, so those diamonds, man, those diamonds are fresh, ready to be picked apart by y'all. Practice squad here, probably the best ratio we have in the room, 18 boxes, 12 headliners left, including this Emmitt Smith jersey, this beautiful Emmitt Smith jersey signed, the Chris Carter football, and boy, was he good at catching those. Justin Jefferson with the auto on the rookie Clear Vision slab auto, graded a Gem Mint 10, the best you're ever gonna get from PSA. Let's see. We also have this Flash Bucks Authentic from Mike Evans, greatest Bucks wide receiver of all time, one of the most underrated wide receivers of all time, never not had a 1,000-yard season. Michael Strahan on that Giants rave, absolutely beautiful on that authentic Giants rave. Michael Strahan, one of the best pass rushers of all time, much less for the Giants. DK Metcalf on this beautiful Seattle Seahawks pink Hydro Flex, Speed Flex. Got to make sure to catch it early. Support, breast cancer research. I don't know what the inscription in there, although it looks like he may have inscripted, "I'm a effing beast," potentially. So that's a crazy inscription. I'm sure a lot of folks won't have on their DK Metcalf memorabilia. AJ Green on this beautiful alternate Bengals helmet right here, full size. We got Troy Polamalu on the Lunar. That's beautiful Steelers helmet and one of the best safeties of all time, best hair of all time in the league. Troy Polamalu still doing Head and Shoulders ads. Dak Prescott on the classic Cowboys Authentic, and not to be outdone, J.J. Watt on the Cardinals Flash there. J.J. Watt, one of the best to ever do it at his position as well. And then still unphotoed, Aaron Jones and Chad Ocho Cinco Janssen, all there in the practice squad. 12 headliners, 18 boxes. So again, there for the taking. We didn't have anyone touch the college in the morning yesterday, and it baffled me then. It'll baffle me again this morning if no one gets into any of these college breaks. We still have a great ratio, 22 boxes, 11 headliners, amazing stuff still available in the college. The Jordan Love Speed Flex. Where'd he go here? Yeah, with the Utah State, Green Bay, salute to service, Jordan Love, a little custom logo on the back, Speed Flex, beautiful. Saquon Barkley on the Penn State Nittany Lions, Philadelphia Eagles Speed Flex, ripped custom. Saquon Barkley, Offensive Player of the Year, standout, 2,000 yards. Josh Allen on the Wyoming Cowboys, that's a unique for your collection right there. Josh Allen on the Wyoming Cowboys Speed Flex. And probably the craziest Speed Flex in this collection is this Blake Corum Speed Flex right here. Portrait. We have the Ripped, Michigan, LA Rams, all that good synergy going on there. Yeah, absolutely out of control custom. We got a little salute to service on the LA portion. Got the classic Michigan Wolverines coming through. Got that M right on that sweet spot. Absolutely beautiful. Who else we got? We got Joe Montana on the Fighting Irish. Clean. Notre Dame Dome. The Notre Dame Dame. Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett, one of the best defensive linemen in the league, on the Lunar Texas A&M Authentic. We have, where we at? Steve Smith on that beautiful, with the color match ink on the Utah Utes Authentic. Lad McConkey on the classic Georgia Authentic. And Tim Brown on this sweet Heisman Trophy. Love these Heisman Trophy helmets we've been getting. And not to mention, in the unphotoed, we have Warren Sapp, likely on a Hurricanes helmet, and Marcus Allen. Where is Marcus Allen? Was he like Iowa or something like that? We'll look it up. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Sweet. And then, yeah, just after that, we have, let me refresh, see if we've had any movement in the jerseys. They are our Chase Wheelspin today, after all. And plenty left in the jerseys, headliner-wise. We still have that Nico Collins for the Texans. We still have that Lawrence Taylor on the Giants. Michael Irvin on that classic Cowboys piece of laundry right there. Marcus Allen is USC. The Doy,
I
of
just
course.
looked that up, yeah.
Yeah, no, you watch enough weekend morning kids sports content, you should know who Marcus Allen is and where he went to school. That's on me. It's too dang early. Brought it up in the meeting yesterday. We need a dang coffee maker. Who else we got? We got Dick Butkus, NFL just legend, and outside of just being a Chicago legend. Dick Butkus and Tyreek Hill on the white Miami jersey. Unphoto to that, Steve Largent, George Pickens, and Frank Gore. And then here in our minis, still a lot of great stuff there. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson on this salute to service. What do I mean? Eric Mrizlak asked by the Chase Wheelspin. I can explain that in just a moment. And let me just finish going through our minis, and that'll conclude our top to bottom rundown. Deion Sanders here on the Niners. Curtis Martin on the Jets, on that beautiful Lunar Jets with the color match ink right there. Josh Jacobs on the Packers slate. Tyreek Hill on the Dolphins slate. And Michael Vick is also unphotoed. So that's our top to bottom rundown of our break page. 3 left in the jerseys, so there we go. That'll segue beautifully into me talking about the Chase Wheelspin. So you'll see right below me, boom, it says Chase jerseys. So at the beginning of the show, I spun a wheel that has all the series that are currently available and offered on our live break page, which I've linked to. And whatever that wheel lands on, that's what we're chasing. So anyone that buys into the jersey and any breaks that fill during this show and we run, so whether we do 1 jersey break, 3 jersey breaks, 8 jersey breaks, let's go crazy. Everyone that bought into those breaks are going to be entered for the end of the show. We will randomize everyone that was in a jersey break this show. And we'll randomize it 7 times, since that's our dice roll, as you see right here, 7 times. And whoever's at the top of that, we then spin another wheel, 1 through 100. Whatever that lands on, that person wins a gift card in that amount. Hopefully I explained that clearly. If not, stick around to the end of the show. You'll see what's going on. Also, buy into a jersey break. Check it out for yourself. For it being the Chase Wheelspin, it's the cheapest one to get into. And again, those gift cards, it could be worth anywhere from $1 to $100. So if you win that, you could potentially rebuy into many jersey breaks, or use an opportunity to level up. That'll do it for the T's and B's. We got Mike here. You know, he's kind of reorganizing, cleaning up our board. But I will ask him if he could go ahead and grab. I'm going to actually do a wheel spin here.
Yeah, what you need
for our reps to go and grab the personal break for Rich Schaub.
Absolutely.
Rich Schaub, I'm going to go ahead and give you like until the end of where the reps right now are coming across the ticker. Feel free, hit us with a number. If not, if you're not in here this morning, we will go ahead and take it to the wheel, 1 through 35. And we'll figure out what we're going to go ahead and pull for you for your personal replica helmet break. How's everyone doing out there? What is your breakfast of champions this morning? Happy hump day. What are we looking forward to doing this weekend? You know, we're over that. We're just getting to that halfway point. Or if you work weekends, how are you spending your days off during the week? Let us know. Who do you want to see? Who are you chasing? First break over there for Bed Creeksmore. All right, Bed. There we go. I guess we could read into that there. Well, which break are you in there, Creeksmore? Let us know. Let us know. In the jersey? Well, there you go. We can hike that up. That should be close to finishing. We've gone through those reps so on the ticker. So let's go ahead and spin 1 through 35.
Creekmore is actually in the practice squad single.
Nice. Let's see. Do we have box numero 23 in the reps? We do. Mike, if you could, please, from the warehouse, grab me that Jordan number 23. Viente Trace. Very excited to get you your first break, Creeksmore. Let's get the Vault Quad sold out. TJ Anzalone rallying the troops. TJ, what are you looking for in that Vault Quad? What you looking for in the vault to take out of there, you know? Are we looking for anything in particular? Or are we looking to just weed out some of those unlisteds? It's like I said, it's got a pretty good ratio. Great if you include the vault keys in there. So let's go ahead and get to cracking this replica personal here for Rich Schaub. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and I should have just done this to begin with. I'm going to go ahead and write his name on this Post-it already, since we already know. It's going right to him. It's like a combination of Rich Gannon and Matt Schaub. How you doing this morning, Mike?
Not too bad. We are all updated there. I'm ready to get to some breaks. I'm glad we're starting out with a rep, but for the newbies, it's not quite what a break is, so you guys will still have to wait until something closes to see how we run that.
This is what we call an automatic win. You know, it's guaranteed. You just don't know who on what team. But, you know, when all is said and done, we certainly find out this way. Hey! Man. Dude, this guy in his prime lit it up, and he's still going around.
Ooh.
But this is him on his college lid. And you know, I love, you know, I don't like playing the Tigers as a Gator, but I love the LSU old school lid. It just looks like a college helmet. Odell Beckham Jr. OBJ. LSU, of course, a long line of wide receivers coming from that program. And this is beautiful. Odell Beckham Jr. for Rich Schaub. Great hit here in the personal.
Rich Shaw, very nice, my guy. Starting off this show with a rep, you kind of never know what to expect. That rep series has a little bit of everything. This time, it is a nice college lid of a man who made one of the best catches in the NFL.
Which one is that you're referring to?
The OBJ.
Oh, the one big
over the back, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
the one that got named OBJ.
The OBJ,
the OBJ catch.
Well, I was teeing you up for those who maybe aren't familiar.
No, yeah.
You know, that's obviously what I was doing.
This is beautiful. This is another reason to jump into the reps, guys, because look at that. I mean,
of course, you got the Beckett certification QR code on the back with most of our breaks, with most of our lids.
And they display the same way as an authentic.
They
So,
certainly do.
honestly, you're not getting anything worse. You're getting something very nice still that you can throw up on a shelf. You could throw up on your man cave. And with this one, that's unique. You know,
I
will
agree.
say.
I also again on the topic of them displaying the same. Watch any sports programming, sports, anything on ESPN, anything on Fox Sports. All those talking heads have, what do they have behind them? They have minis. They have replicas. A lot of times those aren't even signed. So put this in the case, and no one's batting an eye. It's just like, oh, dang, that's OBJ. TJ Anzalone looking for from the vault, looking for either Larry Fitzgerald, or Neon Dion, or Donovan McNabb. All absolutely beautiful, chaseable. I just want to go back to that. I just want to check out these videos one more time because I feel like I didn't give them enough due the first time around. So what's going on here? Why is that like that? Why is that like that? Cool. Better. Thank you. Is that better? Maybe that's better. Anyway, yeah, this McNabb is absolutely filthy. I've never seen one quite like this Speed Flex. That design, it's got kind of like a naval camo to it, which is like very, very cool. The silver visor is a great touch. And it's Donovan McNabb. He's like my brother in puke, as it were. I guess that's why that's.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Let
I
him like
forgot
that.
he used to do that before. Was it before or was it during every game?
Before. Sometimes when the nerves kicked in. This Larry Fitzgerald is just gorgeous. This one, chrome, it's the chrome, so of course, like it's got that going for it. One of the most popular series of speed flexes we get in here.
I know you're going to ask me later something that I really want to see. My answer to you already is this one. We don't see too many Cardinals in the break room.
We don't see Larry
Definitely
Fitzgerald
not
in the
on
break room.
Speed flexes. So this is a rare helmet. You got that gold face mask leading into that. It's a little bit clearer of a visor, but I like the offset between that and the red.
That seems
Or
pretty
is
tinted.
Is it black?
It's like a
it
dark gold.
It
And
is?
it's got it's got the clips and the bumpers up here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We got B's and dubs. Yeah, that's beautiful. And again, not to be outdone, but this Deion Sanders Speed Flex is also just, this is a dirty bird right here. That's how filthy this is. It's got a resume along the top and just ripped from the new Falcons, bridging from the new to the old. Man, I love those old F logos right there.
Yeah, I really wish
blocky
I still
Falcon.
had that, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, this beautiful chin strap matching the face mask, matching the visor. Coach Prime.
Very nice.
What more can you say that he won't say about himself already?
Yeah, no kidding, right?
So yeah, those are particularly beautiful, if you're asking me.
So still 3 to go in those jerseys, guys. What Rip was just running down was the vault. We have a loaded vault, and I know that there's 6 spots remaining in all 3, the single, double, and quad. So guys, jump on in there. Don't wait to get your spots until later on in the day because those spots might not be there. The helmet you're looking for might not be there. There's no particular order in which helmets get pulled out of boxes. Of course, it's all box collar magic. It's all randomized, so you never know who's coming out next.
Yes. Oh, man. Magic everywhere. Yeah, looking to break into a little laundry today, do a little laundry day. Tomorrow's, of course, Thirsty Jersey Thursday. Man, there's a lot of full series in here. So many boxes to break and rip. So many. How's everyone doing? Oh, there we go. We got some chat here. Tristan Creeksmore. There we go. Switched over so you don't have to read my Twitch name. Hey, it's all the same to me. Doesn't matter to me. But there we go, Tristan. We get a good... well, actually, yes. Actually, thank you, because that helps with identification for who's in these actual breaks. Is that Aaron Donald jersey and helmet still in the breaks? I'm not sure so much about an Aaron Donald jersey. But, yeah, I don't see an Aaron Donald on the headliner board, but there is the Aaron Donald in the diamonds. Let's go take a look at that. Let's take a little trip down Diamond Lane and see all who we have. Yeah, we got Aaron Donald still available right at the top there. That's beautiful. One of the best pass rushers of his generation, of all time, on that beautiful, clean Rams lid. Authentic, of course, nothing short of full-size authentics in the diamonds. Ain't no duds in the diamonds.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I just feel so just a void in my life with no college basketball now.
You had your one day of
Yeah.
celebrating your Gators, and now
it's just back
emptiness.
to the grind, you know?
Back to the grind. Well, let's see. What do we have coming up? I know yesterday we talked about the
Frozen
Frozen
Four.
4 coming up. That'll be tomorrow evening. And also Saturday will be then the championships. Baseball's underway. How are your Orioles
Great.
doing?
Oh, man, not great.
Welcome to the there's anybody's doing greater than the White Sox these days. We had a glimmer of hope in that first week with those 2 wins, and I don't believe we've gotten a win since then. I say we like I'm a part of the team. I'm not. But last night, the White Sox walk-in, walk-off against them.
What?
Yeah, it was bases loaded. They walked the next batter in the 9th. It was a walk-off, and I did get a notification. I didn't click on it. Let's do that right now, actually, while we have a moment here. This is from MLB themselves. When is the last time a team won a 1-0 game on a walk-off walk? Let's find out when that was, because it happened last night against the White Sox. They lost 1-0 to the Cleveland Guardians. And, of course, the article is not going to tell me right away. Oh, it was the first walk-off in a 1-0 game by any team since May 1st, 2009, when the Dodgers beat the Padres 1-0 on a Russell Martin walk. It was also the first walk-off walk in a 1-0 game for Cleveland since June 16th of 1989 against Kansas City. We got some Kansas City fans in this chat. Where they at?
KC represent.
I believe was that Zach Steens was a KC Royals fan.
Oh, who knows?
When Pete O'Brien walked against Tom Gordon. Actually, not as far back as I thought it would be. 2009 was the last time it happened. 1989 was the last time it happened for the Cleveland Guardians. I don't believe it has ever happened for the White Sox or against the White Sox. But it has now.
There you go.
It has now. Wow, that is not history that you want to be a part of.
Just looking at the standings, the early standings. Probably the biggest surprise to me here, them Cubbies. I know you don't give a dang, but those
yeah.
Cubbies, 9-5.
They're-
Good for all my friends that
They're
are
still
Cubs fans.
having a lot of the same issues that the White Sox are having as far as pitching goes and bullpen, but you know what? It's still very early on, and those things can get figured out, especially by a team that is, dare I say, constructed better than the White Sox. I mean, it is hard to come back from a 121 loss season and say that you're constructed well, but I mean, they did, I will say, the White Sox did take some strides. It's just the Cubs are much further along.
We still 3 in the jersey. Let's hit that jersey, so we can
2 now.
break Tristan in here.
2 we go
They're
in
in
the
their
jerseys.
first break there. Yeah, we got basketball playoffs ramping up, getting ready to start soon. Did you see that the Nuggets fired
I did.
Coach Michael Malone
I did. That was right after we got off the air yesterday.
and their GM?
Was when the alert came out. And that's interesting. You know, somebody brought up, when was the last time a player won MVP and their coach was fired within the same season? Especially, this is wild, especially when a team is 5 regular season games away
No,
from
I know.
starting the playoffs.
It was crazy enough that that Memphis fired Taylor Jenkins, who were in the 5th seed going into the playoff, or at least when he got fired, and they're gonna be in the playoffs. And you got John Morant just like. Did John Morant take improv classes, because he is escalating his celebrations at a professional improviser's clip, going from finger guns to a shotgun to. Did you see what he did last night?
I did
He
not.
pantomimed a grenade.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm anticipating next a bazooka. He's like a Looney Tunes character in an arms race right now.
Honestly. And he's the last person that should be any kind of arms race, because he got in trouble for that kind of
Well,
stuff in
I
real
think
life.
that's why he's just kind of
that-
leaning into it.
But yeah, that's why
he's like, I'm gonna be the gun guy.
And the funniest thing was when Shannon Sharp, whether you like Shannon Sharp or not,
Club Shay Shay.
I am take by take with Shannon Sharp, because like some of
Take
his takes,
by take, day by
some
day.
of his takes are good. Some of them, it's like,
Sorry, I'm getting my
what
hamburger
are you
meat all up
talking
in
about?
here. Oh, I got my stained A-frame. Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh no!
Yeah, there's a stain on my A-frame undershirt here.
On your
And,
on your Italian
yeah,
dégotté.
On my Italian uniform.
We can say that we're Italian.
Yeah, it's a pasta stain
It's
on there.
Italian. Yeah, that's all it is. But yeah, I mean, Shannon Sharp went after him way back when, and he was like, "Ja, you went to private schools. Like you're
Yeah.
you ain't
You're
hood.
not that dude.
You're not hood." It's like,
Yeah.
that's probably true.
You
So,
know. But you
yeah.
know, who's to say you can't become? You can't be a
Can't be hood later?
Yeah, late blooming hood. You know,
and people usually go the opposite way.
it's
right?
it's not the traditional trajectory,
But
but
okay.
hey, Ja's a different kind of cat, I guess.
To each their own. But yeah, I do believe you're
But
right.
also
It's why
wild.
he's
These
playing into it. Yeah.
Yes, but originally the
But
coaches
maybe
getting
don't-
fired is crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
This particular juncture in the season,
And Jokic is up for MVP.
yeah,
They're
do
going
you-
to the playoffs, and you're going to fire your coach?
I'm trying to think who's the last MVP when a coach has been fired. And sound off in the chat if you have any guesses.
I don't think it's ever happened, is what we looked up yesterday. But
Oh,
let me
okay.
double check. Has a player
Yeah,
can't type today?
I would love to see what's the highest someone's ever been voted MVP as well, just to know. But nevertheless, basketball playoffs are right around the corner, and as always, I'm very excited. Not exactly excited for the Heat being in the play-in yet again. I honestly rather wish they had a draft pick, but what are you gonna do? Or a higher draft pick? What are you gonna do?
All right, so this is from Reddit, not the most verified source.
Speak for yourself.
Well, hold on. It said it in the thumbnail, and then I clicked on the article, and it didn't say.
Don't you love how the internet used to work so much better, and now it just doesn't?
Only once before the merger, Bob Pettit in 1959.
Jeez.
I don't know. But was Bob Pettit the player or the coach? Forgive me, I don't know
Player.
that name in basketball. Bob Pettit. I'm guessing he was the player
Yeah.
in 1959. I don't know who the coach was, though. Because then when I click on the Reddit, the comment isn't there, which I feel like is one of those where like you have to buy into Reddit in order to see. Yeah, it's crazy.
Here's Bob Pettit. I was worried about my hamburger meat. Look at this. Look at this guy's hair situation.
Oh my! Oh Lord! Oh wow!
That's he's got some corned beef hash going on there.
I'm really surprised that today in 2025, people are still searching for the non-grainy footage of Sasquatch because we saw it right there, all the way back in 1959.
Sassafras. He
You
was
don't
the
need one of
MVP
those.
nominee.
You don't need one of those
MVP.
CCTV cameras to find Bigfoot because
In search of him, we just found him.
he's right there. We
Google
just
Bob
found him.
Pettit.
Oh, okay, yeah. Here, wait. Blue Sky confirms it. What is Blue Sky one of those like?
Yeah.
Is that the new Twitter thing?
Yep.
That's kind of annoying.
It's
Why do we have to have so many of these?
nice Twitter.
I'm of the. Oh, that's fine. Okay, I guess so.
Yeah. It is. It's fine.
Only one player in the NBA history has won MVP in a season in which his head coach was fired. That would be Bob Pettit in 1959. But once again, Blue Sky, you failed me just as bad as Reddit because you didn't tell me who the coach was. I guess I could just straight up look up who was his coach in 59. But guys, come on. Speaking of come on now.
Come on now.
We are now, it looks like, one away in the jerseys, guys. So let's close that out. Let me just refresh here and double check. Yeah, one to go in the jerseys. What are we doing? Let's get on it. Let's close it out.
See things taken away here. We got we're 5 away now in the double diamond. Smart. We're 5 away now in the double vault. Smart. 6 away now in the quad vault. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to attack. There's a lot of great stuff. We can harp on it over and over again, but let's just see it. Let's just rip it out.
With 5, I don't know if you said this, we're 5 to go in the double box for the vault.
Hey, it bears
So,
repeating.
movement in there as well. Let's get in there, guys, while I look up who Bob Pettit's coach was in 1959. Well, there's going to be 2 of them, so I'm going to specify. Al Bianchi was the coach of the St. Louis Hawks in 1959. He was fired during the 1959 season. And then it didn't tell me who the new coach was. Why can't there just
honestly,
be...
it mustn't have been that important.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, guys, come on. Like, can we write articles better? What is going on here? And I should... This is AI, so the robots aren't taking over
well, there you
yet
go.
because AI still can't just give me all the information I'm looking for in one fell swoop.
And let's hope it never does.
Well,
Yes.
hey, if it's like Wall-E and I'm sitting in one of those chairs sipping, away at... a lovely beverage, and the robots do.
So that's a future you want to lean into. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have to go to work.
Great.
I don't have to make money. Things just get handed to me. It's fine. I'm all good with it. But then when they try to overthrow, I guess I'll regret all of this. So it's fine. It is what it is. All right, we're
No,
closed
Mike,
out.
it's fine. You, for one, love your new robot overlords.
well, I don't know if I'd say
We are
that.
4 left in the vault double, halfway there. So close to home. 5 away in the double practice squad with those juicy ratios.
Guess what, Rip?
Tell me,
We are closed out in the jerseys.
as that's a likely story. Likely story.
It's a
Those jerseys are
confirmed story.
27 right now. $27 for those breaks.
Yes, sir.
Aren't they usually 28?
They are. I
Hey,
don't know what happened,
okay.
but hey, there you go. A little bit cheaper for you guys. Heading into our Chase wheel spin today and our Jersey Thursday tomorrow.
I'm not gonna fight it.
Hey, jump on that, right? There we go. That's correct. All right, guys. Back up on the break page for you. Opportunities to get into a running for a gift card. We like
All right,
that.
if you are Joshua Simmons, Tana Livingston, John Ferguson, Gary Marvin, Josh Rouser, Eric Merzlak, or Michael Convey, our sound is cutting in and out. That's no good.
Yeah, hopefully you guys can hear us all right.
Well, the mics are working. Okay, is it both of us? Is it Wheel? We got Wheel from Gary Marvin. So let me head on over to the Wheel. Jerseys are out of 30. All right. Let's see what we got on the Wheel. While we keep us updated on the microphone situation. With any more information you can perhaps provide.
And let us know if it's both of us.
Do we have 15 in the jerseys? No. We have 13 and 17. So let's go to the picker wheel. And there we go. Michael, please. Please, number 13. Thank you.
Yep.
And let's take our names to the randomizer as soon as I format this, because I have mild undiagnosed OCD. I'm sure all of us can relate to an extent, to a little bit of an extent. All right. Let's go ahead and randomize these 7 times. 7 times was the dice roll, as it were. So good luck, everybody here. John Ferguson, looks like this is your first order with us. So please, if you're in here, let us know, how you found us, who you're looking to collect, what players you're looking to collect, teams you're looking to collect, all that good stuff. And boom, here we go. Gary Marvin in the NFC North, Michael Convey, NFC South, NFC East, Joshua Simmons, NFC West, Josh Rouser, AFC North, Eric Merzlak, AFC South, Gary Marvin, AFC East, Tana Livingston, and AFC West, John Ferguson. So, without any further ado, good luck, everybody. Let's see who our first real break of the day is.
All right.
Oh, okay. All right. For the Green Bay Packers, so this is going to be an NFC North division. Not the team I would necessarily associate him with, but a legend nonetheless. Andre Rison, Bad Moon Rison on the Packers laundry. There you go. Andre Rison with the PSA certification there. Andre Rison famously had his mansion in Los Angeles burned down by Lisa Left Eye Lopez. I think he's a big fat liar from his story of she was jealous of my shoe deal, as opposed to her story, which was he's a philanderer. I ask you, what's more likely?
I don't know.
What's more likely? A pop star being jealous of a shoe deal, which pop stars never used to get, or an athlete being a philanderer?
I don't know, Rip. I don't know.
I think I do.
I don't know.
I think I do.
I don't know. It's all alleged, but
Well, right,
I think
obviously.
I think I would side with Lisa. I think Left Eye has a right eye
Has a
in
case?
this case.
So congrats, Gary Marvin, on this Andre Rison Packers jersey.
Very nice hit.
Sweet. Cool.
Good
One
job,
in the bag.
guys. Everything back up on that break sheet or on that break page. So get on in there.
Yeah, feel free to go back into the jerseys. That's going to be one Chase wheel spin already. So Gary, Michael, Joshua, Josh, Eric, Gary, Tana, Tara,
I would say Tana.
like Tanahashi,
I think so.
or John. You will potentially be the recipient of a future Ultimate Autographs gift card. We shall learn. We'll learn together at the end of this episode. I don't know why I call this an episode. Like we have plot lines or something.
We do. Every day is a different plot
Yeah, we
line
do
here
have
in the
plot
break
lines.
room.
There are stories. We are storytellers.
New series,
You're right.
New
You're
breaks,
right.
better
You're
headliners. We're always moving up here.
Don't sell ourselves short. We are storytellers. After all, we are creeping up on the 10 o'clock hour, 1 hour into the show. We got moving and grooving. We're halfway there on the double box break for the vault. A lot of great stuff in the vault. Best ratio, one of the best ratios, and the best if you factor in the vault keys. 4 of 5 are still available. The 2 100s and a 200 still available. The diamonds, let's move on the diamonds. There's too much great stuff in there to let it alone. Where else are we at? What else do we got? Some good stuff. I'm moving and grooving. What are y'all looking to chase today? Are you looking for a variety, a mixer? So, you know, if you want, get on in the practice squad. That has the best ratios of any series we have going on today. So if you're looking to hit a headliner, get in the practice squad. If you're looking to hit a straight up banger, no matter what, get in the diamonds. No duds in the diamonds. If you're looking for beautiful custom speed flexes, get in the vault. Got incredible stuff there. So, depending on what you're looking for, you know? I mean, again, that college is loaded. There's 4 speed flexes in the college. We have 1 in the practice squad, 2 in the diamonds. No, 3 in the diamonds. And we have 4 in the vault. So, you know, all I hear day in, day out around this place is all the people want are speed flexes. That's it. That's all they want. But you see, here you got Tristan Creeksmore letting us know that no, that may be a fallacy, because you got Tristan here setting sights on this beautiful lunar Pittsburgh Steelers Troy Polamalu signed authentic lid right here. And as Tristan should be, because that's absolutely gorgeous. Great signature, great spot for it. And if you're a Steelers fan, or if you're a Head and Shoulders completist, I don't know.
Yeah, it could be it too.
This could be the piece to set your collection off, as they say. So that was from Tristan. That Palomalo helmet would be perfect, but I'll be happy across the board. And there you go. That's a heck of an attitude to take right there. I love that. And then Elijah got the nice. There you go. Some trade bait. But speaking of Deion Sanders flexes, let's take a look into the vault, because this Deion Sanders, old school, new school, Falcons Speed Flex custom is something special. It's also got the color match ink on there. It's got the blacked out visor, head, face mask, and chin strap. It's just looking great. Coach Prime across the board here. That is one dirty birdie, if you ask me. Yeah, a lot of great stuff. A lot of great stuff to be had. So please fill out these spots, and we'll get to doing what we do best. You know what? I think I got it. I think I understand why like college just isn't being touched. Despite there being 4 speed flexes in there available, including a Jordan Love and a Saquon Barkley. Look at that Saquon Barkley, man. It's out of control. And a Josh Allen. There's a Josh Allen speed flex in there. I'm told people want Josh Allen speed flexes, but I see otherwise, so I don't know what to tell you. But it's no one wants to go to class this early in the morning. That's the true reason why I think no one's getting all up in them, getting in the college break. What's the earliest class you ever had, Mike?
I had a couple of 8 a.m.s.
Ugh.
A couple of 8 a.m.s. Those are brutal. A couple of 9 a.m.s.
Disgusting.
Those are not fun, but you know what? I will say they get you done with the day faster because then, hopefully you're done before noon. But yeah, I am not a morning person, but that has changed a little bit.
Yeah, I still don't know if I'm a morning person, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, I had a 7:30 class back in college that I somehow managed to get to like at least half of the classes for. So, I'm not that much a dirtbag. Celtics and Knicks went to overtime last night.
Did they?
Yeah, Boston coming out on top, 119-117.
Of course.
Of course.
Is Boston going to win it all again?
I don't think so. I don't. I think Cleveland could beat them in the East. I do. I sincerely hope that for this year's playoff race, or playoffs as it were, you can find a lot of what we're looking for in last year's playoffs.
Okay.
In that, between the Cavs and the Thunder.
Jeff jumping in here saying yes. Jeff, I know you got your Boston ties.
Look, they probably are.
It's not my least favorite Boston team, I'll say that. So
They
I'd
probably
be okay with it.
are going to win it again. That said, between, earning those playoff scars, that playoff experience, the more you go through that playoff grind, the more you're going to be experienced for it. And I feel like not just with OKC and Cleveland making that jump record-wise,
right.
They also went through, playoff battles. If not just the last season, a couple seasons. So, if anything, I'm looking for more out of them. I was also, up until less than 24 hours ago, willing to say, also don't count Denver out of the playoffs because they have the experience. But
now it's like
whatever, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
What does anyone know, really, huh?
No kidding. All right. So, guys, the closest we are at is 4 to go in that vault. 4 to go. Wait, that means... Oh, no, I already put that in there. Okay, yeah, so 4 to go in that double box break. So, guys, that'll probably go during this show. It's only 10 o'clock here. We have plenty of time to get that closed out. The double box in the vault is going to be hot fire, as Rip was mentioning earlier in the rundown. 25 boxes, 12 of those are headliners, plus 4 vault keys. So really 16 of those 25 boxes are going to get you something
Big
well
hits.
worth your while. You've got 3 speed flexes still to be have in there. No, 4, because that Larry Fitzgerald Chrome, it's listed up here as a Chrome, but that's a Chrome speed flex. Then you have 4 Authentics and a rep still in the headliners. I'll go over the flexes are the Larry Fitzgerald, the Josh Allen, the Donovan
Go ahead, a little
McNabb.
Go ahead and
Oh, sorry.
let it breathe.
Yeah,
let it breathe. I'll
let you
work
take
the
over.
screen for you. No, I'll work the screen for you.
You got it? Okay. Yeah, we got the that is the Donovan McNabb. How about that for a BB?
Yeah. This is really cool. Again, this is something I haven't really seen here yet on the Speed Flex with like the navy camo
Yeah, I was gonna say
motif to it, the silver visor.
that's a
This
pattern I
is
haven't
cold
seen.
as hell right here. This is really cool.
Yeah. So we've got that one. The Larry Fitzgerald is in there as well. Chrome Speed Flex. That's beautiful. Look at that thing. We
Chrome
were going over that
gold.
earlier. That's the one I want to see come out. We also have the Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders on that ripped Speed Flex. Rip would like to pull a ripped one, that's for sure. Let's see. What's that last one that we have in the videos?
We pulled it.
Oh, okay. So then the other one that we have in there is the Josh Allen Speed Flex plus the 4 Authentics. That's Emmitt Smith, George Kittle, the 85 Bears signed helmet. My goodness.
That's crazy.
And then the Adrian Peterson. So, hey, if you get that NFC North spot, you could double up right there. That's an easy double up all of a sudden on the NFC North with the Bears and the Vikings. I know we have some Vikings and Green Bay fans up in here as well as some Bears fans, but that would be nice, huh? How about that? Not to
What's
mention...
what's our double up situation potentially in here? What do we got?
I was just looking at that.
You could double up with the Allen and Reek
Yes.
right there.
Yeah. Josh Allen, Tyreek Hill.
Let's see.
I was trying to see
The
if there was
AP
AFC
and the
double-ups.
Bears. You could double up for sure.
That would be the Tyreek and the Allen would be the AFC double
The
up.
Emmitt Smith and the Donovan McNabb you could double up on as well.
You could double up on the Larry Fitzgerald
And
and,
that
the
Sweet
George Kittle.
On the
That would be
rave.
very nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that.
Woo-hoo.
Who's the Randall Cunningham, Zay Flowers, and Deshaun Jackson? Cunningham, I guess, would be probably Philly as well. Same thing with Deshaun Jackson.
I'm guessing. Yeah, so you could get those. You could, I mean, I know we're close to having a double box break, but you could go into the quad and maybe triple up on Eagles with a speed flex included.
Michael Bowdit Benway. If you want to buy your own mystery box, this is the page to do it on the mystery box page here. Minis $179.99, jerseys $184.99, replica helmets $379.99. And then there's also a page on here where you can. This is just recently viewed, but we also will just sell them retail, which is fine. You could do that if you want, if you are dead set on getting that specifically. But there you go. You can go ahead and buy the mystery box. Go at it there, Michael. And let us know. Once you buy it, let us know. We can get the ribbon for you.
I would definitely recommend trying that at least once. See how you like it. You're guaranteed to win that way. However, I would definitely suggest jumping in the breaks. That's where the rest of the community is going to be playing.
And that's also going to be where your big hits are.
Yeah.
Again,
get bigger
like
hits.
depending on what you're looking for and what you're looking to do with your potential winnings, you got to get in the breaks. The Authentics, the diamonds, not just the diamond, the Authentics, the speed flexes. You're not going to find those in the mystery break the mystery box personals. So these are where you're going to want to get into, whether it be a single, double, or a quad. That's up to you, depending on how you're feeling and how that BA is. But yeah, speaking of jerseys, what are we? We got 50% ratios in the jerseys, almost 50% in the minis, over 50% in the practice squad, just around 50% in the vault. Yeah, a lot of great stuff out there. 50% in the college. So attack.
Yeah, guys, don't wait on stuff. We've seen, especially for some of you newcomers, we see that a lot of the stuff that we like in this room in the morning is no longer here by the next morning, which means it has gone in our shows throughout the day. Every show is got something for you to come back for. That's 9 a.m., noon, 3, and 6 p.m. Now, the 6 p.m. show, that one goes late. So if you are a night owl and you're tuning into that one, that's tough. That's you just got to stay in there until everything breaks, right? So I wouldn't wait for something to get to the 6 p.m. show if you like it right here in the morning if you're a morning person.
Certainly.
Michael was saying he just wants to get a Green Bay helmet.
Well, here's what we have as far as headliners go. In the college, we have this Jordan Love Rip Speed Flex. Speed Flex is the helmet themselves. It's going to be the most expensive helmet on the market. It's what the pros wear. This with the custom art, the Jordan Love, obviously the beautiful Jordan Love signature, the Utah State of it all on the rip. You have the Salute to Service, Green Bay on the back. And then, of course, on the back, you got the beautiful Jordan Love little custom logo as well. So you got that for real high-end Green Bay. That is still available, still in the college. You'd have to definitely rally the troops to get a college break going on. Maybe get up in your group chats and get people to fill that out for a shot at that Green Bay helmet. Also in the minis, maybe a little bit more attainable, we have this Josh Jacobs mini helmet on the slate. Beautiful slate there with the gold logo and accoutrement on the Josh Jacobs mini. I think that's, as far as headliners go, I think that might be all the Green Bay Packers.
I will say though, if you want to just buy a Green Bay Packers lid, the breaks are just like what Rip said. It's a chance. We're gonna randomize you. It's a raffle. Even if you were to buy a helmet outright from a personal, it's still a mystery box. So you're still selecting a box number. We don't know. There are places on our website where you can just outright buy merchandise and memorabilia. However, I will say some people don't go that route just because it's not as fun as the breaks. There's not that excitement.
And
you don't get the mystery.
Yeah, there's the mystery of it all. And you have the chance to score this merchandise at a fraction of the price.
Right.
Now, the break prices going in could be a little like, whoa, what's that all about? But so like a single for the vault, $93. If you get, that Josh Allen Speed Flex, for example, that's what, potentially a $2,000 helmet, if not more.
Yeah.
So the difference between the singles, the doubles, and the quads, and why the doubles and quads are going to be so much more expensive, we're going to be opening up either twice or 4 times the amount of a single. So you have double or 4 times the odds of winning a piece of merchandise. TJ also has Packers stuff available, as well as Sean there. So, lots of avenues and opportunities here. But
yeah, we have a great community here. If you're just jumping in with us, everybody's super helpful when it comes to trying to close out some breaks with everybody else. And then also, if somebody's looking for something specifically, we don't really allow trades unless you're within the same show, but you guys can work those out on your own. And I know most people.
Yeah, everyone pretty much knows the score now and knows where to do their wheeling and dealing.
Yeah,
like, I'm
just
gonna,
for our new people.
I'm going to run off to the Little Rips room.
The Little Rips
if you don't
room.
mind.
Yeah, no
Hold it
problem.
down.
I will hold it down for you guys.
Appreciate it.
And we will let you know here that we are close to that double box break in the vault. 4 spots to go, guys. You can have a chance at winning any of what we just ran down in that vault. There's those double ups that we mentioned. It's 4 to go in that double box for the vault. But hey, maybe you're not feeling the vault. Maybe you're just trying to dip your toes for that start to your breaking career. Let's look at these minis. There's 5 to go in there. The practice squad isn't bad as well. That's the double box break. Now, anything that's going to be double is going to be a little bit higher than the single. However, it's still just $100 to get into the practice squad. There's still a Speed Flex in there that's available. That's the DK Metcalf. There's a Justin Jefferson slab. There's a Chris Carter football and an Emmitt Smith jersey, all of which I would say are those headliner items that are going to be well worth your spots in there. You also have a bunch of authentics. And even the authentics, I would say, are probably going to be, with the autograph on them, a little bit more than the $100 that you pay for the spots. So you're definitely getting your money's worth in the practice squad. As far as those authentics go, Mike Evans, Michael Strahan, AJ Green, Troy Polamalu, Dak Prescott, and JJ Watt. We haven't seen JJ recently, I don't think. We've seen a lot of TJ. So JJ is a little bit more of a featured headliner in this one. Not to mention, I said we have the Emmitt Smith jersey, the Chris Carter football, the Justin Jefferson slab. How about Jay Jettis on a slab card? It's probably I don't have it in front of me, but a graded card in there. So you're going to get something that is well worth the possibility of jumping in there. I know a lot of people are big card collectors these days. I used to collect when I was young. Who out there who used to collect? And let me know, what was the best card you ever pulled? What was the one that you were like, oh, this is getting framed right away. I'm never trading it. And then you look back one day and you're like, maybe I should have traded it for the value at the time, or maybe it's worth more now. Let me know. The college guys is still yet to really be explored. 11 headliners in 22 boxes. That's a 50% ratio. Plus, college always has some heaters. 4 speed flexes still in that one. That's the Jordan Love. There's your Packers. We were talking about that a little bit. The Saquon Barkley speed flex, the Josh Allen speed flex, and a name we don't get in this break room all too often, especially not on a speed flex. That is the Blake Corum. So I would definitely get into that.
That's not just
one.
a speed flex, man. That is a gorgeous custom portrait rip speed flex.
That is true. So a lot of artist series in here. For those of you that are new, you'll see that there are a lot of helmets that we have in this UA break room that a lot of people don't have. There's a lot of people that can't get their hands on these because we work with artists to make some custom designs. Floyd the Barber said he pulled a Paul Skeens refracted 1 of 50. Holy moly, my guy.
Not too shabby.
Gary.
What series you pull that in? In series 1 or?
That is.
I don't know what else they even have out yet. I think it's just series 1 that's just out. But
that is a hot item.
yeah, that's sweet.
And I am not talking about Paul Skeens' you know what.
Mustache?
Well, that's hot too.
Well, he doesn't have it anymore.
Going to talk about his significant other. But yeah, power couple right there, aren't they?
I love it just if we can, if Paul Skeens can be the one that actually makes
Pittsburgh?
makes the pitching market better for cards, man.
Oh, yeah. Series 1, he said.
That rocks, dude.
That's got to be worth a pretty penny.
Yeah, but in trading cards, it's the same as it was for baseball in the 90s. Chicks dig the long ball. But yeah, if we could start moving the market on pitchers and make pitchers actually valued in contemplating if you should grade it, I might.
Listen,
it depends on how you think it'll grade. Honestly.
You know more about cards than I do, Rip, but I'm just thinking a Paul Skeens 1 of 50.
Yeah.
I would imagine you grade that for sure, right?
Well, like I said, it depends on what you want to do with it and how you think it'll grade. Auto. Oh, boy. Dude.
Autograph? Oh, my God.
Jeez. Hold on. Let me
yeah, I would say grade,
All right,
right?
Gary, hold on. Let me catch my breath here.
Am I far off from saying get that graded?
Yeah, unless it's jacked up, completely off center, bent corners, messed up
if it's a 1 of
edges.
50, I can't imagine that'd be the case, right?
Yeah, get it graded, get it dual graded, get the auto graded as well. And again, if you're looking to maybe move it at some point, because it's going to increase the value. If this is just a personal collection, if you're just going to hang on to it, put it in a one touch.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I've done. If it's something I'm going to sell, I get it graded. I've gone through Golden to do that. I did it for my 1 of 1 Harry Kane. I did it for my
nice.
7 of 10 Burrow rookie, both of which pretty much paid for my engagement.
There you go.
But yeah, well, that 10, Gary, the 10's elusive. There's a reason it's a 10. But
But a 9's still very nice, right?
it really does depend. Sometimes, and it's messed up. I don't agree with this, but there's the market for you.
But you know, I mean,
Sometimes a 9 can devalue a card. Shockingly.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Well, don't they
came
tell
out of
you?
the pack and in a holder. That's the way to do it, man.
Don't they tell you? You know, before they go ahead and grade it, like if they think it's going to be a 10 or if it's.
You can get it like speculatively, kind of what it might grade out to be, but that's not always guaranteed.
I can't imagine, even if it's a 9, I can't imagine it
I know.
degrading the value of
I know.
an autographed Paul Skeens 1 of 50. I mean, I think that's still going to be a hot item, right?
You would hope, but again, it's kind of like
a card collection is a little bit weird.
yeah.
Not that I didn't used to do it. It's just, you know, that's I would still if I had
okay.
it, I'd pay a pretty penny for it.
So yeah, it also it depends on who you want to get it graded with as well.
Right.
Gary mentioning Beckett rarely giving out 10s, which is very true.
Yeah.
About the Beckett 9.5 is kind of on par with the PSA 10, sort of like
Okay.
as far as like kind of the best you can get. Because the 10s for Beckett is also just so rare. But also Beckett, I don't really know where Beckett is in the market these days because it really kind of became PSA dominant for a little while there.
I will say, I think I mentioned it on this show. Well, you know, a couple shows back, there was a card.
Yeah, there was a
convention
little card show.
At the Windy City Bulls game, the G League team, and so everybody, instead of watching the G League game, was up on the concourse, trading cards, buying cards, and stuff like that. I did not see Beckett in attendance, but I did see PSA. I don't know if they're just not local or they just didn't come in for this one, considering it was at a stadium and it was at a game and it wasn't at its own card convention. But I will say, yeah, I definitely saw the PSA presence more.
Floyd here increasing, Gary increasing their collection to as their granddaughter's inheritance,
There you
which
go.
I've seen in many forms.
Very nice.
So, yeah, my guy, my best friend down in Orlando, Mullet, his actual last name, not a nickname.
Oh.
That's basically how he refers to his Funko Pop collection as his daughter's college.
There you go.
So,
Always good to be striving for something, especially, you know, if you're going to have a collection like that, it keeps you kind of grounded, I think, because then you're not just collecting for yourself, you're thinking ahead, thinking about life. So, very nice. I applaud that.
thinking ahead, thinking about life. How about we think about filling up some of these breaks? What are we doing? I ain't seen nothing move. Normally, I'll go take a little break to relieve myself. I'll come back. It's like, oh, yeah, we got like 20 things to open. It's like, great.
Yeah.
Y'all let me down today.
I was going to say, you know, I would also applaud getting in the breaks. Closing series out, guys. I mean, we don't want to see it in the room for too long, right? Because, you know, if you're sitting at home and there's a name that you don't like or you're not thrilled about anything, you know, you want to get to that next series. But I don't know what there wouldn't be to like, because we have plenty of hot names all the time here in the UA Break Room. There's definitely something on this board that you'd love to add to your personal collection. Even if you're sitting there telling yourself, I've seen it, you know, where we have better names. I don't know about that, guys. I mean, a lot of the big names that we typically have are on the board right now. How about Josh Allen twice, both in the college and in the vault? I would not wait on that. You know at home, don't lie to yourself. You're sitting there going, well, you know, I do kind of want a Josh Allen to add to my collection. Even if you already have one, you might be saying, I don't have that one. I would jump on it.
Jump on it. Kimasabe. Jump on it.
Exactly.
Nah, Gary, dude. Don't apologize for anything,
No, we love having
man.
the card talking here, my guy.
Card talk, just again,
I'm learning
also like
something
collector
too.
talk. Like we all have that same gene, you know. I have it, you know. I could start, you know, talking about all the vintage action figures that I've collected, you know, carded, uncarded, what have you. It's how we all got here, man. How we all found ourselves in the same place.
I'm learning something too because I only ever used to collect baseball cards like casually. I didn't get into all the grade. I was a kid. I didn't get into all the grading and stuff like that. But now they just sit in binders. There's probably nothing of any major value, but it's nice to know, you know?
It was definitely a little bit of a double-edged sword, I want to say, like growing up getting into cards just because of the era. It was just full on for, at least for me. I got a few years on you. Just growing up like squarely in the junk wax era where, yeah, there's probably not a lot of valuable stuff when you go back through all your childhood collections. But you know, then eventually they started figuring out how to like create scarcity with, you know, limited runs on, you know, cards and stuff like that. Like Gary was just saying, 1 of 50. They never used to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, no kidding.
That was definitely a shocker for me when I was getting back into cards, like so many did in the spring and summer of 2020.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that was a big turning point, right?
It was a lot of like, wait, so this is what cards do now? Well, there's like, oh, rainbow collecting where there's like 60 different parallels of the same card and it's just different color borders, and that's what we're doing now. All right, there we go.
Yeah, that part I've never understood. Like, if I'm more of the, you know me, when I talk about these helmets in the break room,
Yeah.
I'm more the visual guy, but I'm not that visual. Like, I focus more on, like, the picture of the player. Like,
Yeah.
I don't mind a good artist drawing of the player either. I've had a couple of those. I don't mind one where they're actually posing for the camera, but I care more about what's actually the contents of the photograph, like the action shot, than I do about, like, the borders.
So you love
and
yourself
stuff.
some Stadium Club.
I guess that would be what that is.
That would be
yeah.
yours. That is definitely much more photo forward with like action shots and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where you want to break.
That's what I'm going for.
But what do y'all want to break? Let me go. I guess I got to do it top to bottom. Tristan, my mom got me a ton of junk wax when I was born growing up. Didn't keep those around, but definitely have started my own collection over the last few years. Yeah, I remember going through my dad's junk wax. There was some good stuff in there. He was pretty good about collecting and about keeping the condition well. But I've also have another friend's junk wax collection that I've been putting off going through for months because it's a lot to sort. Hey, top to bottom rundown, huh?
Might as well. we
Thanks, might as well.
might as well.
What else are we doing?
I don't know if they realize the heat that's in this room right now.
I don't know.
Not the actual temperature. I am a little chilly. But I know it's usually, the funny thing is it's cold in here to start the morning. It really warms up throughout the day. But you know what stays hot all day is the names in this room. I ain't talking about your breaker names. I'm talking about what's in these boxes.
I'm just going to move. I have an idea of what we still have. Look, the 1985 Super Bowl winning, almost undefeated, Super Bowl shuffling Monsters of the Midway, the 1985 Bears on the full-size authentic. What more do you need to say?
Bear down, Chicago. Oh, sorry. I got carried
Or
away.
what more do you need to sing?
Exactly. The Super
Adrian
Bowl
Peterson on the satin purple matte full-size authentic Vikings lid. Tyreek Hill on the clean Dolphins rep. George Kittle on the sick. I mean, we were like figuring out whether or not this is a rave, and it's like, oh man, is that really the Niners like rave base color? Is it going to be that gold? And it is, and it's dope as heck. So Kittle, one of the best tight ends of all time, just, you know, casually throwing that out there.
That's hot.
Yeah, on the rave authentic 49ers lid. We got the McNabb Speed Flex. We'll get to that a little bit later. The Josh Allen Speed Flex MVP. Again, this could still be getting in early on Josh Allen when you think about it. So it's not going to be the last Josh Allen Speed Flex that's available, but it's the last pro Josh Allen Speed Flex that's available. We got that Larry Fitz Chrome Speed Flex we'll get to, same as that Deion Sanders, but also the Emmitt Smith on the camo Cowboys. That's just that just goes hard. That's just cool as heck. And then these videos here, the Donovan McNabb Speed Flex, one of the best Eagles quarterback of all time. We have, multiple playoff runs. Really, the first guy I associate with Andy Reid when I think of Andy Reid's quarterbacks. On this really, really cool kind of navy camo Speed Flex here. Great. And then we know people love the chromes. They're the most popular Speed Flexes, the most expensive Speed Flexes. One of the best wide receivers of all time, Larry Fitzgerald, on the Arizona Cardinals chrome gold out Speed Flex with the bumpers, the clips, bells and whistles. Not to be outdone, Coach Prime on this Dirty Birdie custom rip Speed Flex Atlanta Falcons. It's got his resume down the center, color match ink, visor, bumper, out of control. Deion Sanders in the vaults. It's not in the Disney vault where you can't get to it. It's in the UA vault. Very accessible.
We like that.
The diamonds. It's currently paired, so if you do the double, we will be opening up the last of the last diamonds, which there are no headliners. But as we say here at UA in the AM, there are no duds in the diamonds. You're always going to get a minimum full-size authentic. And we still have so much left here in the new Diamond Series. This clean Jordan Love on the classic Packers. There's another Packers that we do have. Who was asking for Packers? Michael? There you go. We got that just clean. If you don't want that Utah State on there, boom. Jordan Love, clean here in the Diamonds. Aaron Donald, clean on the Rams. Barry Sanders on the Salute to Service 3.0. Bing. Bing pot, clean. Travis Kelce, don't see him come through the break room too often. You got him here on a Speed Flex, visor, all that good stuff. Beautiful. Emmitt Smith on the alternate Cowboys lid. Do we have the Deion Sanders still? Don't have that. We'll come back to these chromes. Brady Moss on the Lunar. New England Patriots color match signature right there. Just what a beautiful piece. One of the best wide receivers of all time. And then, of course, we have our Speed Flexes, the Adrian Peterson, one of the best running backs of his generation in the world at his time, and one of the best running backs, definitely the best running back in all of Vikings history on the two-tone chrome. Again, chrome, most expensive of all the Speed Flexes. You get the two-tone. It's on the face mask as well. You get the bumper, you get the matching visor, and Adrian Peterson, again, one of the best running backs to ever do it. And then you get the future right here, future of the Broncos, signature right on the Speed Flex sweet spot, the two-tone chrome, custom bumper there, matching visor, the two-tone face mask as well with the Cyber Horse and all. Bo Nix. That is one heck of a investment piece. I'm going to drop this break page in here once more. The practice squad. I'm also a little surprised to not see this practice squad moving and grooving.
It was moving this morning, and I think it picked up a little bit more.
Oh, man. So DK Metcalf just says it. He just says it that he's an effing beast.
Yeah.
I would probably get reprimanded if I say that, but here we are.
He's not humble at all, is he?
That is a unique inscription.
That is
to say
true.
the least. He also signs it in the sweet spot. I love we got the pink. I love the pink alternate right here.
That is an interesting choice for a Seahawks.
Yeah. Specifically for Seahawks, of course, they're no strangers to outlandish colors and unusual, unique colorways.
But why is that?
Great. I love the white face mask here, the bumper there. What do we have on the back? Yeah, all the different meaningful numbers. You got the 12th man. Yeah, and again, DK made some memories in Seattle.
Oh yeah.
This is a heck of a lid right here.
You're
Speed
not
Flex
find too many more of those
in the practice squad. Also still available. this Emmitt Smith jersey. Leading rusher of all time, Justin Jefferson. Again, just a standout, one of maybe the best wide receiver in the league. Chris Carter, again, when you talk about all-time legendary Viking wide receivers, you can't have that conversation without Chris Carter. This Mike Evans on the flash, authentic, best Bucs wide receiver of all time. Michael Strahan on the rave, authentic. That's
a
just
nice one.
dope looking. In addition to that real stark white ink that he used.
Yeah.
And he's also one of the best pass rushers of all time.
Yeah, is that good?
That is good.
I'd say so.
Also, here we have the AJ Green, one of the best wide receivers in Bengals history of all time. On the alternate Bengals, Troy Polamalu on the lunar Pittsburgh Steelers. Really held it down all those years. Super Bowl champion, best hair maybe of all time in the league. Dak Prescott, the captain, the QB1 of America's team on the authentic classic Dallas Cowboys. Get it, or forget it. JJ Watt, lastly, on the Arizona Flash, the Arizona Cardinals Flash. All still available. Beautiful ratios in the practice squad. What in the ding-dang heck are y'all doing? Nobody cares about the college until later. They're going to care about the college later. Vault did the vault. And here we go. Minis are moving. We're moving. We still have the Justin Jefferson, the Josh Jacobs, the Curtis Martin, the Tyreek Hill, the Deion Sanders, and I believe the Jamar Chase. Yes, the Jamar Chase is still there. So get it. Grip it and rip it, y'all. Hop in these breaks and go to town. Go to town.
I'll ask you this, Rip.
Please.
So it's tough because it's a team achievement, right? And you have to have a whole team around you.
Okay.
Does Josh Allen win a Super Bowl, and does he do it with the Bills? I mean, I would imagine he's got to do it with the Bills because that will be his prime, right? And they're not going to get rid of him in his prime.
Yeah, but you've also seen it happen.
But we've seen, we've seen a couple of quarterbacks go by the wayside, go to new teams, win Super Bowls. I mean, you have to be like the GOAT. Well, the GOAT gets thrown out there a little too much, but I'll say you have to be an absolute stud legend like a Peyton Manning to go to a Broncos team and then win another Super Bowl there, other than in Indianapolis. But yeah, does it happen in Buffalo with Josh Allen?
Yes, I think so.
So if that's the case, we have two Josh Allens right here on the board.
Oh, that's where you're getting at.
I would not wait because you might say, I'm not really looking to get a Josh Allen right now. When are you looking to get a Josh Allen then? When it triples in price because he's won a Super Bowl? When it quadruples in price because it's a Buffalo lid and Buffalo unfortunately hasn't had the success that they are due for?
The Buffalo quarterback that wins them a Super Bowl.
Oh, he's going to be their Messiah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He will never buy a drink in Buffalo or the surrounding areas ever again. Even maybe in New York with how the Jets and the Giants are these days. Josh Allen walks in, boom, you are not paying for that. It is on us. Have a drink, have a dinner, have breakfast.
No lunch, though.
Chopped
the
cheese.
margins are not good on lunch.
Their chopped cheese or bacon.
So he's in the city. So he's
bacon egg.
what borough is he in?
I don't know.
What
But
borough is Josh Allen
they
hang out
love
in?
they love
Brooklyn?
their
Brooklyn.
bacon egg on a croissant.
Definitely
Is it bacon
Brooklyn.
egg on a croissant? Yeah.
On a roll. Well, yeah,
On a
usually
roll,
it's on
yeah,
a roll.
On a roll, yeah.
Yeah, you got to ask for it.
I'm
otherwise.
not complaining. Hell, if I could eat that every day for breakfast, I'm in.
Bacon, egg, and cheese. Bacon, egg, and cheese. Bacon, egg, and cheese. Cool. Well, we're here until, man, you could really see the gray. Good God. I don't like that bride stripe there. Mike and I are legally obligated to be here until 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. But if y'all are feeling frisky, and again, I can't imagine y'all are tuning in just to look at our two semi-attractive mugs. I'm not gonna, I'm not actually, no. I'll say My ugly mug, and Mike's however you want to, talk about your own face.
I get talked about like that on every single show I do. It was Joe Aguilar on Saturday night. It was I don't know if Nick hyped me up, but Nick and my other co-host on my Saturday WRMN show, they talked about me being a handsome gentleman.
Well,
I'm
that's
flattered, I'm
radio. You
flattered.
could just lie to
I'm
people on
flattered.
radio.
Yeah. Well, no, we do have a YouTube stream too,
Oh,
so they
of
can't
course,
see
everyone
us.
has a YouTube stream.
But
now.
yeah, to the
Subscribe,
radio
by the
listeners,
way.
we're definitely lying. My head's getting way too big to even fit in the frame of the camera. This is crazy. I hope it doesn't get as big as my nose, but
All
if
right,
it is,
let me knock you down a peg.
I think the nose, what happens over time is this peels out and the hair peels back because the receding hairline's starting. It's starting.
You keep saying this.
It is. It is.
Stop focusing on what's going away and start focusing on what's there.
That's true.
You know?
And what's there is the youth and the passion.
And a ton of speed flexes. Wait, what are we talking about?
Yeah. Definitely.
Just as I said, well, we're not handsome enough to be tuning in exclusively for this, and then our viewership immediately dropped. I wish I was kidding.
Oh, darn. Well, you know what? I mean, hey, they definitely don't like the looks of us. So I'd rather put some helmets up here.
Yeah.
We get to look at them. How about this OBJ, though, that we pulled?
Yeah, let me just
I
put
mean,
this
that is
back
a
here.
nice one. An LSU bucket. If you're just looking at that right now from there, you can't tell if that is a rep or an authentic. It displays the same way. It would look just as good on your shelf. I understand that you want the top of the line, but hey, maybe you start out with the rep and then you eventually sell those off to move up and graduate to the authentics. There's no reason as to why you can't get an OBJ in a rep like this one and then flip it eventually down the line for an OBJ authentic, maybe an OBJ speed flex later down the line. But regardless, you're always going to have that OBJ up on your shelf, and it's going to look very nice. We were talking about LSU earlier when you mentioned the name Livy Dunn. We were talking about Paul Skeens. I love those LSU colors. A lot of legends to come out of LSU, and Odell Beckham Jr. is just one of many.
I thought Baby Gronk was rizzing up Livy.
No.
Is that old news?
No, well, that was very, it was cringy and awkward because,
But
I
was
don't
it
know.
factual reporting?
It was not. It was not.
So
it
he was not.
It was just
he was
some
not rizzing
video.
up Livy.
I think he was trying to, but
Sure.
Livy's been dating Paul Skeens for
Right.
forever, and they are like the power couple.
Is Baby Gronk still a baby?
That's another thing too. Is I don't think he was ever a baby. Yeah, maybe he had a baby face, but he was always at least 13, 14 years old. He wasn't a 5-year-old. That I would consider a baby.
So I think it's more so along the lines of the way that they used to call. I think it was Harold Miner, Baby Jordan.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
that's fair.
it's just like a little baby version of Robert Gronkowski.
I also don't see I do kind of see it, I will admit. I don't really cementally see that he is a Gronk lookalike.
Okay. Well, maybe it's
And I
an
guess
allusion
it's-
to the way he plays.
Yeah, and I guess
I'm
part
assuming
of it,
he does sports.
yeah, he does do sports. No, he plays football, and they say he plays like Gronk, and I think he plays the same position and everything. That's fine and dandy. But also they were saying, oh, he also kind of looks like Gronk, and it's I don't really see it. I don't know. And okay, if you're 13 and you're playing like Gronk, hey, good for you, man. Get into college, get that NIL money, move on, play in the pros, be the next Gronk, right? But I think by the time that you will get to the NFL, you will regret naming yourself Baby Gronk because don't you want to be your own self?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to get to. For me, it would probably have been because I played more of it growing up, baseball. I wouldn't have wanted to get to the MLB, play third base, and then be called the next Kevin Euclid, or it's not even being called the next because then that's still differentiating and saying you are still
It's
your own person.
it could be akin to saying the Bobo brand. You know.
Yeah, I don't
It's
want.
oh yeah, he's store brand Scott Rowland.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to be Baby Sandoval or Baby Euclid or Baby Creedy, or I'm trying to think of other famous third basemen. Usually shortstop. I don't want to be called. I wasn't a shortstop, but I don't want to be called Baby Jeter. It's I
Right.
want to be Mike Napolitano.
Yeah.
I want to be my own self.
We have Mike Lowell at home.
yeah.
Gary here.
Can
I
we
thought
get
I heard they're
McDonald's?
doing a LeBron Barbie. One wouldn't surprise me.
Oh.
I can't remember who had the contract for the Space Jam. I can't remember if it was Mattel or not for the Space Jam figures and toys, but I don't know if anyone remembers this.
LeKen James? Is that
What?
LeKen James? Ken and Barbie?
Well, for the Space Jam: A New Legacy toys that came out, they had these like 12-inch or larger, you know, like LeBron toys and him in the different costumes from throughout the movie. And they weren't behind a window, so to speak. So they were just kind of open air. You can like touch the toy. And nationwide, no one understood why it was happening or what was happening to the heads, but the heads were just getting popped off of the toys. And so just rows and rows of 12-inch LeBron toys that are headless. No one knows where the heads went. No one knows why it was happening. Just probably because it could.
Interesting. Were they exposed to like sunlight, maybe heat?
No.
Like
They were
that?
just in the store. They're just in Targets and
store?
stuff. Yeah.
Okay, all right, interesting.
Yeah, it's just people just going in, just go.
People just taking them. You're gonna see one day, like, there's gonna be like a giant action figure that is made up of just like those LeBron heads. Somebody was collecting
One of
them
those
to
like
make-
big Lego.
to make something. And it's gonna be that's what the LeBron Barbie is gonna be. It's gonna be just all the heads from those Space Jam toys all put together to make a brand new LeBron toy. That's unreal. All right, guys. So I'm not going to lie to you.
Thank you
We've
for being honest.
only had the one break here today. Want to see their first? Let's help them out. What I was going to say is I'm not going to lie to you. We've only had the one break. The good news is, well, okay, technically we've had two breaks because of the personal that we did. We did the rep helmet, but the lucky thing is that the one jersey break that we did have, the jerseys are our Chase Wheel Spin. So we will have a Chase Wheel Spin coming up. We are at least going to stay on until 11 here. But you know what? We do have a little bit more time to get another break in. So let's get that break in. The double box of the vault is 4 to go. I don't know why it's still sitting there. Usually when we get to that top of the mountain, it starts to come crashing down, and it could. So I wouldn't wait. I wouldn't hesitate, because once it does, you've lost your spot.
Mike,
and we
dude.
get another double box.
Here's the thing: the series are solid.
I know.
It's
this is an
not
anomaly.
what's not in there. The ratios are good. The feed, we haven't heard that our mics are cutting out. All of our cameras are working.
Right?
Our chemistry is sparkling and well.
Absolutely.
I'll say this.
Uh-oh.
I think I don't think it's you. I don't think it's what we have for offer right
the
now.
last one told me.
I think it's me, man. I
Is
think
it you?
I don't know
don't
if I
think
should
so.
take
I
it
don't know
personally or
about
not.
that.
I guess people don't like the way I rip open boxes, I guess. I don't know what it is.
They don't like. Now, okay, I will say you haven't done it today in that first break. They don't like that you rip headliners. I guess you didn't do it in the second one either.
I didn't.
But they don't like that you typically rip headliners, which is crazy. I guess they want the and more section, which I can't blame them. There's still a lot of hot hits in there too, but they don't want a Larry Fitzgerald Speed Flex that's in all chrome. I mean, I guess not.
Well,
What's been
again,
pulled?
well, that's why. That's why I think because that's not possible. No one doesn't want that. That's an absolutely hot helmet. Sick name, legendary name, future Hall of Famer. If they're not already a Hall of Famer, they should already be. I can't remember when they retired for that window.
Floyd said it's the weather.
It's the
We did get asked by Julian. He said, "What has been pulled in that new practice
oh,
squad?"
there you go.
Let's see. Yeah, it's tough to find in here what has been pulled.
Well, let's just go over
'cause
what's
there's
not
so many
been
headliners still on the board.
I think it'll be easier to say what's not been pulled, and I'm
Yeah.
not just saying that because it's my job. It's the easier way to go about this. One, first and foremost, this crazy, kind of out of pocket.
You can't tell me you don't want that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, even if you're, say, like a Seahawks, or I'm sorry, not that is a Seahawks. Like, even if you're a 49ers fan, even if you are, I don't know, who else are rivals? Arizona, Raiders.
No. Yeah. Well, no, they're NFC. Sorry, not
anybody
Raiders.
typically West Coast, even if you're a Patriots
sorry.
fan and your team stacked up against this Seahawks team in the Super Bowl, you definitely want that DK Metcalf.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Common, that was the only one that I saw that has been taken off. Well, also, actually, the Trey McBride is gone as well.
I'd love to know.
But that's
'cause
about it.
We can sometimes ask them for inscriptions. I'd love to know if this just happened.
Oh, and the Tiki Barber, but that was in the secondary headliners. So, because on this board we have 12 headliners in 18 boxes, guys. It doesn't get much better than that.
So, he's only the leading rusher of all time. Emmitt Smith, jersey, still available. Justin Jefferson, best wide receiver in the game right now. Rookie on the rookie card, auto slab, still available. Chris Carter, one of the greatest wide receivers of all time, and for the Vikings themselves, still available. Mike Evans, best wide receiver for the Bucks of all time. Very underrated, never not had a 1,000-yard season. On the Flash. Michael Strahan on the Rave, best pass rusher of all time, held that record. Thank you, Brett Favre. AJ Green, I love the contrast. It's got the color match ink to the face mask on the alternate right there. Troy Polamalu still available. Dak Prescott still available. JJ Watt still available. Plus the Aaron Jones and the Chad Johnson also still available in the practice squad. It's the practice squad. Get on in.
I was kind of seeing a pattern that you were doing there as you were saying the best blank of all time for each team. So that just tells me there's incredible names in there.
Goats and boats.
Yeah, goats and boats. I mean, guys, yeah, like Common said, it's just the Von Miller, the Trey McBride, and the Tiki Barber that are missing, but the Tiki was a secondary headliner. So we still have 12 of those 15 headliners still on the board in that series, and 18 boxes left. So all the people that were in here before,
You got it, Julian.
they picked apart that series for you so that it is almost a guarantee that we are pulling a headliner out of that practice squad every single time. Only 6 boxes in that practice squad, and I'm looking at the practice squad series over here. Only 6 of those boxes are not headliners, and honestly, that and more section, it always still hits regardless, so jump on in there. What did I do with my water bottle over here? Oh, here it is. Gotta make sure. Talk to him, Rip.
I'm just depressed.
No, you're not.
No one likes me. Mike, no one in the chat likes me.
No,
They
Julian.
don't want to buy breaks for me to open.
Julian said, "Thanks, brother." So you're a brother. What's that one guy that used to always do? What's up, brother? I don't know.
Brother.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, skibbity riz, brother.
All right, we've gone too far now. with the brain rot here in the morning, it's not even 11 o'clock yet, which is why we have our Chase Wheelspin coming up. You guys are going to get a chance to win a gift card if your name may rhyme with Joshua Simmons, Tana Livingston, John Ferguson, Gary Marvin, Josh Rouser, Eric Merzlak, or Michael Convey. You all have a chance at that $1 to $100 gift card. We'll see if Rip's as good at spinning that Chase wheel spin as he is at pulling headliners, because you haven't had a Chase
I don't even know
wheel
why I
spin.
should even try.
You haven't had a Chase wheel spin recently. Neither has Nick. I think it was going
The
back
last
to
one
last
I
week.
did was $1.
Oh no! Well, at least
and the
that
one
won't
I did
happen
before
again.
that was $98.
All right, so average, law of averages.
What does that mean? What do you mean by that?
I mean, well, sometimes you're going to get a really high one, then you're going to get a really low one. So maybe today,
Yeah.
you'll pull a 50 exactly.
Okay.
And that's okay.
Is it?
Because that'll more than pay for the jersey spot that anybody in that break bought. Other than, okay, well, maybe Gary Marvin has 2 spots, and 2 spots at $27 is $54. But $4 you spent today instead of, I mean, you're getting your money back and you're getting an opportunity to jump back into the breaks.
Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me.
Oh, no.
I'm going to eat some worms.
Is that from something?
It was just a children's song that I, for whatever reason, listened to a lot as a kid.
Common says hit or miss. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Looks like that tomorrow will be probably hot here in the morning in the break room, considering today it was a little bit cooler. Monday was cold with Nick, I will say. Tuesday with you yesterday, hot fire. Although Monday, I will say this. It was because people woke up late, guys, because I stayed on for that noon show with Robbie. And as soon as we started getting more names in the chat, more names in the breaks, stuff started to go. So you can tell the heat was there. It wasn't that it was lame on this board. It was that people just weren't awake yet. So if you're awake in the 9 a.m. shows, even if something isn't going to break in the 9 a.m. show, buy your spots in the 9 a.m. show so that you can have it ready to go for the noon show. So you have a chance at something.
Thank you, Common. At the very least, I'll always have cool sweaters.
That's true. That's true.
You know?
Where did you get this Taco Bell sweater?
I got
did you
this
just buy it?
from, what's the place? Boxed Lunch. Boxed Lunch.
Box lunch. I think I
It's-
have heard of that.
It's basically an offshoot of a Hot Topic.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's more focused on millennials my age and their obsession with IP-driven content and clothing.
The ironic thing is a boxed lunch typically refers to you like bringing your lunch from home, and that's not what Taco Bell is. But also,
Well, no, they do have their $5 boxes.
Taco
They have
Bell
their
has
Lux
boxes, right?
boxes.
Yeah. So I mean, it could kind of go either way. Damn, now I want Taco Bell.
We should.
What have I
do-
done? It's only 11 in the morning.
Comment. I got another idea for a break. It's autographed Taco Bell merch.
All right.
We get. Was it Devontae Adams who had the Taco Bell in his house?
In his
or who
house,
was it?
yeah. Who's doing those commercials? We were kind of there were. Now these were just ideas that were thrown out. Getting autographs of athletes on not their typical stuff, like not jerseys, not
Yeah.
helmets, not the teams that they play for.
I
but
remember
like,
the,
like either sponsorships that they play for. I don't know if those athletes would be willing to sign that kind of stuff. I'm sure there are contractual
Yeah, there's
rights
all
with
sorts
that.
of stuff with
so that would be a little bit tougher. But I mean, it's better than getting somebody that you just meet out on the town on a napkin, right? So either way, that would be kind of cool. Something wild, something random, you know. Even
Speaking
if
of
you just
wild,
had somebody like we see a lot of. It's weird in this room. We see a lot of pitchers on bats in this room.
yeah.
And, a lot of those pitchers played in an era where if you played a team in the National League, you would have to bat. So they played a few games where they were in the lineup offensively. However, those are rare. That those pitchers did not take a whole lot of at bats, so that probably drives the value of that bat up even more. I bet Larry Fitz likes T-Bell. It's a rare auto, but not rare. The love for T-Bell. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Some of these late night shows, Common, you best believe I'm driving home going, what's open? What is open at 2 a.m.? I'm coming from work. It wasn't like I was out doing anything I shouldn't have been reckless or whatever, but I'm sitting there going, I need to eat. And it can't be McDonald's all the time, right?
Can't.
I'd prefer not to do any of those. I'd prefer to eat a little cleaner. But come on, what's open at 2 a.m.?
It's tough.
Nada. Nothing. You know what I did find, though, the other day? We have a Denny's around the corner.
Yeah, we do. That's after our first night. That's where I went to eat.
And I didn't realize that they go under the Burger Den. So, I got excited. I'm like, oh, there's a late night burger place open. And then, yeah, they do have burgers. But then I passed by it, and I'm like, oh, it's a Denny's. I'm like, I don't know if I really want to, sit down. And because I don't think they have a drive-through at Denny's. So, I wasn't prepared mentally. But next time, I'll be stopping there. And I should have known. The college I went to for a year, IUPUI, go Jaguars, they had a spot called The Den, which was really a Denny's. But everybody would go and use their student points there.
Air
Bulls
Mechanic Brad, my favorite, is the Bulls hat. He's got a
Oh.
Bulls hat with a Chris Chelios autograph. Ran into him at a Bulls game years ago. That's all you have. So, yeah, you're stuck in a bind. You know, you got to do what you got to do.
You know what? That's cool because Chris Chelios played golf a lot with Michael Jordan, and they would sports bet with each other all the time.
Of course.
So that is a neat crossover that it's a Chris Chelios on there. Plus, Chris Chelios is that guy, and Scott Darling, if anybody knows the hometown hero that is the backup goaltender from the 2015. He's actually a friend of mine, but the backup goaltender from the 2015 Stanley Cup champions, Chicago Blackhawks. Chris Chelios and Scott Darling are those guys that are, like I said, hometown. They show up at everything. You see them everywhere. They're readily accessible to the fans. I'm not saying that autograph isn't cool, but I'm just saying like they are such personable people that those are definitely autographs that I would want to have in my personal collection, because even if, there are plenty of those autographs out there, maybe they're not the rarest, I would say those are great guys,
All right.
and I would support them.
Well, Mike, I'm glad you're feeling chatty.
I'm just killing time here, telling little
Well, it's
anecdotes.
11 o'clock, so we're doing this Chase Wheel Spin.
We got to
now.
get to the Chase Wheel Spin.
We're
That is
doing
for
it
sure.
right now. 7 randomizations for a jersey break that feels like it was 4 days ago. 7 randomizations. Gary, congratulations! You just keep winning, man.
Gary. Did he win the jersey too? No. Who won that actual
Yeah,
break?
no, he won it.
Oh yeah, he won it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1 to 100. Floyd the Barber, aka no, I want to move it. I don't want to spin it. Stupid wheel. I hate you. I hate you, wheel.
Oh no, maybe did that use up your law of averages right there?
No, it's not. It's just a stupid wheel, and it's stupid, and I hate it
So
because it doesn't let me just grab it.
so Gary, we're gonna start you
Let
off.
us know where you want us to start. Those don't count because we didn't either start them at 1 or where you wanted it to start. So, Gary, if you're still here, if you're still hanging out, by all means, please let us know. Otherwise, in a few moments, I will just set it at 1 if it freaking lets me.
Yeah, I know he's a
spin.
he's a Wisconsin Badgers fan. Did he go there? I should know my Chris Chelios history. I don't know if he went there or if his daughter Kaylee went there. I know that they were at a couple of the hockey games, Wisconsin Badgers. I don't know if they were actually at the outdoor games that happened at Wrigley. Floyd said go.
Go.
Just go. Go ahead.
I'm sick of your shenanigans. Just do the thing. Spin the wheel, break monkey.
There we go. Yeah, really nice family, really nice guy. Ooh, I see a big number there.
It's 30.
Oh, I was looking at the okay. I was looking at double digits. My bad. Hey, 30's not bad. Listen, $30, and Gary bought in. Yeah, he did buy in twice, but he won the jersey. So really, he's really only buying into one spot now. One spot, one win. He's getting $30 back. That's a win. That's a win in my book.
Cool, man.
So, Gary,
Congrats, Gary. Any final thoughts there, Mike?
No. Really nice OBJ lid that we pulled. Congrats to Gary for winning the jersey and the Chase Wheel Spin.
Yeah.
Going away as the big winner in this one. Guys, I guess we'll see you at the noon show. Well, we won't, but the noon hosts will see you at the noon show. And I expect names to start flying off this board once everybody wakes up.
Once I leave. Thank you so much for watching. For my co-host and producer, Mike Napolitano, I'm Rip Camelucci. Stick around. We'll be back at 12, 3, and 6 Central Standard Time from the